Hello everyone. So today we will be solving this LeetCode problem, which is number of substring with only ones. So the problem states that we have been given a binary string and we have to return the number of substrings where all the characters are 1. Okay. Since the answer may be too large, we have to return the modulo of 10 to the power 9 plus 7. Okay. So in order to solve this problem, we just need to know two concepts. Okay. First is um, what is the formula to find how many number of substrings uh, in a in a string. Okay, number of substrings in a string of length, let's say n. Okay, and modulo concept. Okay, so yeah, so how this two will help us? So if we can find all the segments in the string where we have only ones, so those are also substrings, then within that substring we can easily calculate how many more substring we can generate. So for example, I have 0 1 1 0 1 1 1. Okay, so this segment and this segment, okay, those are like two substring where all the characters are 1. Also from this segment we have this individual ones 2. Okay, similarly for this, okay, I can generate so this as a whole is a substring, then this guy act as a individual substring, this guy act as an individual substring, then this and this guy contributes to a substring, this and this guy contributes to a substring. Okay, so like that. So if I know how many substrings I can generate from a string, then once I have captured this segment, I can easily apply this formula and get the count how many more substrings I can generate. Okay, so that is one. So the formula is pretty simple. So it is n times n plus 1 by 2. Okay, how we are arriving at this? So let's say I have a string a b c d e f g h like that, and let's say there are some n characters. Okay, so n characters in total. Okay, so how let's ask us this question. So how many substrings I can generate where a is my starting character? Okay, so it can be this character as a whole. Okay, then I have a b. Okay, then I have a b c, then I have a b c d e, a b c d, then I have a b c d e. Okay, like that I can go. Now if I have n characters, or n is the length of my string, then I will be generating n substrings. Okay, this is with a only. Similarly, if I ask how many substrings I can generate where b is my starting character, okay, the same thing I can apply. So b as b as a whole, then bc, then bd, bcd, then bcde. Okay, so like that up to last character I will be like incrementally concatenating the characters. So with that I will be generating around n minus 1 substrings. Okay, because here we are only going forward. Okay, so if I say when I'm starting with b, okay, if I take this character, so this is kind of contradicting, right? So I'm saying b should be the starting, but a is like previous to that. So yeah, so I only need to take my next character and keep on expanding. So yeah, with b I will be getting n minus 1 substrings. Okay, like that if we go, so for the last character I will be creating only one substring with last character or nth character as my first character in my substring. Okay, so if we look at this series, okay, I have n minus 1, n minus 2, like that we will be going till 1. Okay, so then the total number of substrings will be the summation of all this, so which is 1 plus 2 plus like that plus n minus 2 plus n minus 1 plus n. This is nothing but our set of natural numbers. So we know the formula how to calculate the sum of natural numbers. So which is n times n plus 1 by 2. So that's how we arrived at this formula. Okay, so yeah, the concept is find the segments where all the characters are 1, then simply apply this formula to get the total number of substrings with all ones that you can generate from that segment. Okay, and simply add it to your global counter or your answer variable. Okay, then finally is modulo concept. So the modulo concept here, what we will be applying is, so whenever we have multiplication, okay, or addition, so whenever the question asks for to give the answer in modulo, so there are some pretty standard formulas, but the main formula that you guys need to know is on the inverse modulo, but we won't be needing that here. Okay, but yeah, you can check out like uh, modulo operations. Properties. I'm not finding any. But yeah, so I should get something. Yeah, so we can search for something like modulo for multiplication. Okay, so we can look at all this formula. So wherever like we are incrementing our variable by 1, we just need to wrap that whole thing in modulo. Okay, so that will basically round up all the values within our modulo range. So yeah, so I think it will be more clear if I show you in the code itself. So yeah, first we need to find all the segments where we have 1. So in order to do that, let's first capture the length of the string. Okay, now since the answer is saying like the answer can go, so we need to modulo it. Okay, it's better to define our answer as a long variable. Okay, then yeah, let's simply iterate over our string. Okay, now I will check if my current character is 1. Okay, I'll say j equal to my I, while j is less than n, and s of j is equal to 1. Then I will keep on incrementing my j, as well as I will have a count 0, and let's put it long now. I'll tell you why. Count plus plus. Okay, then finally I will set my I to j minus 1, and later on my I will get incremented. So yeah, here I will update my answer. My answer will be ans plus the total number of substrings I can generate. Okay, so count, I can say times count plus 1 by 2. Then I have to simply wrap this up with my mod. So let's quickly create our mod, const long mod, which is 10 to the power 9 plus 7. Then I modded it here. Then finally, when I'm incrementing this like using this value to increment my answer, I will also wrap it with a mod. Okay, and finally I will return my answer. Cool, all test case pass. Cool. Now if we check the time complexity, so here I'm iterating over all the characters. Then once I find my 1, then I'm expanding from that character till I'm keep on getting ones. Okay, then after that I'm updating my first variable. So with this I'm touching every character once. Okay, so that will be a time complexity of number of character, which is like big O of n. Okay, and since I'm not using any additional space, so space complexity will be big O of 1. So yeah, now let's quickly implement the same concept in Golang. So I'll say n as len of s, then I will declare my ans variable as a int64. Okay, similarly I will declare my mod int64 is equal to 10 to the power 9 plus 7. Then yeah, let's iterate over our characters. 0, I less than n, I plus plus. Then I'll check if my s character s of I is equal to root of 1. Then if that's the case, I will declare it, create a new variable j equal to this. Then same stuff, j is less than n, and while s of j is 1, yeah, I have to do root here. Here, okay, I need to create my count variable, so let's say count 64. Yeah, so why I'm doing int 64 my count, because my answer is in 64, okay, and I have to do the modulo operation also. So because my answer variable is in 64, so this count should be of the same data type, so that's why I'm declaring it as in 64. So yeah, so here j plus plus and count plus plus. Okay, finally I will set my I to j minus 1, and later on it will get incremented. Then I will update my answer. My answer will be ans plus same thing what I have written for C++, count plus 1 by 2. Here I will do a mod here, and finally I will do a mod here. Okay, so then I will simply return an ans, and I can wrap this up with my int. Since I'm doing a modulo, so it will not expand beyond the integer data type. Taking time. Okay, syntax error. Oh yeah, comma is not there. Cool. Let's run this. Cool. Then finally, let's do it for Rust. So n, so I will declare n. Okay, I'm writing Golang. So yeah, it will be not mutable. So length of my string s dot length. Then I need to declare my ans as a mutable. So ans, and I will declare it to I64 instead of I32. Okay, I will declare it to 0. And similarly, I need to declare my mod. So mod is a reserve keyword in Rust. If it's used for declaring modules, so I can use the capital. So I will say this is also in 64 4, and this will be modulo. So I cannot use this operation because Rust will complain like this, because this notation is a float data type and this is an integer. So Rust will the compiler will complain I am doing addition on two different data types. So I can simply write it myself. 0 here, 0 here, and 7. Cool. Okay, then let's iterate over the string, and it's better to create a while loop here. So let mutable I equal to 0, and I'll say as usize, because I will be comparing with the n, which is a usize. So while I is less than n, okay, I will increment my I. Okay, then here I will check. Okay, and yeah, before that, so I cannot index the character, so I need to convert s to bytes. Okay, so bytes equal to s as bytes. Okay, cool. Then I will check if my bytes of I is equal to the byte representation of 1 as a character. Okay, then I will declare j, let mut j is I. Then I will say while j is less than n, and bytes of j equal to the byte representation of 1. I'll increment my j, and I need my ans variable also. Let mut count, sorry, in my count variable I64 0. Then I will increment count also equal to 1. Then I'll say ans equal to ans plus count times count plus 1 by 2. then I will do mod here as well as a mod here. Cool. And finally I will say I equal to j minus 1, j minus 1, and it will get incremented here, and I can safely return my ans. Okay, now ans is declared as a i32, so I can say ans as int. Okay, cool. Or i32, yeah, i32. Cool, should work. Didn't work. Oh yeah, there is no postfix incrementation, so just simply this. Yeah. Let's see. Oh yeah, I declared it as a capital, so need to update both mods. Let's run this. Fingers crossed, should work. Didn't work. Yep. I think that's my last mistake. Let's go through the code. This. We have compiler to check that, so yeah, let's see. Yep, didn't complain. Cool. So yeah, it was a pretty simple problem. So only thing we need to know is like the how to get the number of substring in a string. So with that formula, we can easily calculate and solve this problem. So yeah, I hope you guys learned something new. If you like this video, please do like and subscribe. So till then, just stay tuned to watch more videos. Thank you.